Miss GoElectric here. Today is Sunday, March 2nd, 2025, and this is The Current, weekly EV news in about 10 minutes. Today also marks the first-year anniversary of this show. We want to extend our gratitude to you for tuning in each week and sharing this web series with others. These 52 weeks in a row are only the beginning. We will continue to refine this program with your feedback. We've booked some exciting events and features for all three Miss GoElectric channels in 2025. We look forward to bringing you The Current from a few exciting locations alongside heaps of standalone educational content and reviews. All right, on to the news. Mercedes-Benz has begun road testing a solid-state battery in a modified EQS sedan, which marks this feat as the first implementation of lithium-metal solid-state batteries in a production vehicle platform to test on the road outside of China. As we've previously reported, Mercedes' solid-state partner is US-based Factorial Energy. After Mercedes and Factorial first inked a deal together in 2021, they made notable progress by handing over the world's first B-sample delivery of solid-state battery cells to a global automaker this past June, which we reported on. The battery manufacturer's 106 amp-hour Factorial electrolyte system technology, or FEST platform, incorporates a lithium metal anode, enabling a high energy density of 391 watt-hours per kilogram. A typical NMC battery used in EVs today is between 250 and 300 watt-hours per kilogram. The FEST batteries are a quasi-semi-solid state battery, but the company has also developed their Solstice sulfide-based all-solid-state electrolyte battery in partnership with Mercedes. This smaller 40 amp-hour cell has even higher energy density of 450 watt-hours per kilogram. Factorial says their FEST batteries offer up to 50% greater driving range compared to traditional lithium-ion batteries and are designed to be compatible with existing lithium-ion battery manufacturing equipment. The FEST batteries used in the modified EQS are expected to deliver over 620 miles of WLTP range, 25% more than current EQS 450 Plus models, and they do so while being lighter, safer, and more efficient than NMC-based alternatives. The prototype battery incorporates Factorial's proprietary technology and a patented floating cell carrier designed with input from Mercedes Formula One engineers. It's equipped with pneumatic actuators that interact with the cell volume change during charging and discharging to ensure stability. Mercedes aims to refine the technology through extensive lab and road tests over the coming months, with hopes to integrate into production models by the decade's end. Factorial is backed by Mercedes, Stellantis, Hyundai, and Kia. This is a great achievement for solid-state batteries actually coming to fruition, but it is also the hard part. There has yet to be proof of pure solid-state batteries successfully surviving testing out of a lab setting with perfect controllable conditions where temperature swings, vibration, and rapid charge-discharge cycles impact performance. Solid-state battery technology promises higher energy density, faster charging, and reduces the battery's weight while improving cell safety. The challenges to produce roadworthy solid-state battery cells are many, but the most prominent ones include electrolyte stability and manufacturing precision. The interface between the solid electrolyte and electrodes, especially lithium metal anodes, can degrade over time, forming dendrites, tiny metal filaments that pierce the electrolyte, causing short circuits or capacity loss. Solid electrolytes can operate at higher temperatures, but managing the expansion and contraction of the electrodes is less forgiving when using solid materials, unlike liquid electrolytes that cushion components. On top of that, thin defect-free layers of solid electrolyte are hard to mass produce, and any imperfections can reduce efficiency or safety. As I mentioned, Factorial says these cells can be produced on existing lithium-ion battery manufacturing equipment, but they are utilizing a dry cathode coating, which still needs refinement to match the cost and speed of liquid-based battery assembly. And did I mention the cost? Well, hopefully within the next 5 years, we will see several companies solving the solid-state battery puzzle. Nearly every major automaker is working towards it. Bring on the more efficient, faster charging, and energy-dense batteries, please! Kia revealed specifications of its upcoming EV4, PV5, and Concept EV2 at the 2025 Kia EV Day on Thursday in Spain. The Kia EV4, Kia's first all-electric sedan and hatchback duo, is built on the 400-volt version of the group's eGMP platform. It will include a 58.3 kilowatt-hour battery standard and optional 81.4 kilowatt-hour battery, which will achieve up to 391 miles on the European WLTP testing cycle. The standard battery is rated for 267 miles and the hatchback for 366 miles. The EV4 will be equipped with a 150 kilowatt, 201 horsepower front motor with a 0 to 62 mile per hour sprint in as little as 7.4 seconds. As far as charging goes, the vehicle will include an 11 kilowatt onboard charger, and it will be able to fast charge as quickly as 31 minutes from 10 to 80%. The vehicle will also have vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-grid capability to export the battery's energy. Notable features include Digital Key 2.0, remote over-the-air software updates, in-car content streaming and connectivity services including YouTube, Netflix, Disney+, games, and karaoke, an AI assistant for voice commands, and highway driving assist too. Production is currently underway at their plant in South Korea. The EV4 is set to hit dealerships in Kia's home market of South Korea in March, with Europe to follow in the second half of the year. Unfortunately, the US market will only get the sedan version. Production and sales for North America are planned for later in the year, and the price is expected to start around $35,000. Next up, the Kia PV5, a mid-sized car-derived van that marks Kia's entry into the electric commercial vehicle space under its Platform Beyond vehicle strategy. Built on the dedicated eGMP for service platform, the PV5 comes in a cargo, passenger, and chassis cab configuration with a flexible body system that will enable variants including a wheelchair-accessible vehicle and family version, as well as conversion models including the Crew, drop side, box van, freezer box, prime, and light camper. The PV5 will include the option of a 71.2 kilowatt-hour or 51.5 kilowatt-hour NCM battery and a 43.3 kilowatt-hour LFP battery option specifically for the cargo model. It will deliver 161 horsepower with its 120 kilowatt front-mounted motor and 184 pound-feet of torque. The largest battery option will offer a maximum range of 248 miles on the WLTP cycle, and it can fast charge in as little as 30 minutes from 10 to 80%. Kia says sales will begin in Korea and Europe in the second half of the year, followed by launches in other markets in 2026. There hasn't been confirmation if it will come to the US yet. Finally, Kia also revealed their latest concept, the Concept EV2, which is a B-segment subcompact SUV sitting below the Niro EV that they plan to take into production in 2026. They did not reveal much on specifications since it's a concept, but it does look like it's similar to the size of the Hyundai Inster sold in Europe and could be equipped similarly. Kia did indicate the EV2 would have a configurable interior, vehicle-to-load technology, and over-the-air update capabilities. Though not yet confirmed for the US and not expected due to its size, it is slated for Europe and other markets. During the EV Day presentation, Kia also mentioned the launch of their vehicle-to-home service that launched on Friday in the US. This will allow owners of a Kia EV9 to use a Wallbox Quasar 2 charger and power recovery unit to transfer the vehicle's battery energy back to the home in the case of a power outage. This program will be offered in 7 states to start, including California, Washington, New York, Florida, Texas, New Jersey, and Illinois. Kia's expanded EV strategy builds on its goal to sell 1.6 million EVs annually by 2030, with 15 EV models expected in its lineup by then. Well, what do you think of these new models? It seems Kia can bring many of these to the US market, but policy may prevent them from doing so. At this stage, it is a waiting game to see how the tariffs play out and if the current administration will pull back or modify federal EV subsidies. American luxury EV automaker Lucid has parted ways with Peter Rawlinson, who has served as a chief technical officer since 2013 and chief executive officer since 2019. The company does not have a permanent successor picked out, which often indicates an unexpected exit. The company has been characteristically polite about how the decision was made and by whom. During the search for a replacement, Chief Operating Officer Mark Winterhoff has accepted the additional role of interim CEO. Lucid representatives say Peter will remain on hand as an advisor either in practice or in appearance up until February of 2027. Peter had been a chief engineer at Lotus for many years and then a consultant to Lotus and other automakers. He was part of the team which realized Tesla's first product, the Roadster, an EV based on a heavily modified Lotus Elise platform. He joined Tesla as the chief engineer in 2009 when the Model S sedan was about halfway done, and stayed with Tesla until it launched in 2012. When Peter parted ways with Tesla, he joined Ativa, which, at the time, specialized in batteries and powertrains as a supplier. In 2018, the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund invested about $1 billion into Ativa as it made the transition to an automaker. At that point, Peter graduated to CEO. When the company was rebranded as Lucid in 2019, the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund sold their 5% stake in Tesla. It has invested tens of billions of dollars into Lucid since then and currently owns more than 60% of the company. Lucid released its first product, the Lucid Air, in 2021. The brand delivered fewer than 5,000 units in 2022 and about 6,000 in 2023. That year, Peter's $379 million pay package made headlines, in stark contrast to the company's near $3 billion net loss. Last year, average Lucid sales prices dropped sharply, and the brand delivered nearly 10,000 vehicles, again reporting nearly $3 billion in losses, which works out to over $250,000 per vehicle. The company is now delivering the Gravity SUV, but only 50 were delivered last month. This story reminds me a bit of Polestar. CEO Thomas Ingenlath applied his experience as a lead designer at Volvo to develop a stunning product line and a cohesive brand. After a few consecutive years of significant losses, modest sales growth, and plummeting stock prices, he exited the company. Peter's vehicle chassis expertise and the Ativa chops and powertrain and battery design resulted in a critically acclaimed sports sedan. Each year, Lucid has fallen short of sales projections by volume and income. Recently, Peter has made the rounds with the media talking about Lucid's capabilities as a supplier to other automakers. While we have reported about a few partnerships, including the one with Aston Martin, we haven't yet seen another vehicle come to market advertising Lucid's technology inside. During Peter's tenure, Lucid's stock price has dropped from over $55 per share in 2021 to just over $2 per share at the time of this report. The news of Peter's departure came this week during their 2024 earnings presentation. The company has projected a doubling of production in 2025 compared to 2024, and they're reporting over $6 billion in liquidity. On the surface, it appears as if they have enough resources to continue operating through the launch of a $50,000 mid-size electric SUV, which is due in 2026. Do any of you have a prediction about who might replace Peter? Well, that wraps up this week's episode. We hope you'll consider subscribing to this channel if you find value in our coverage, and please share a link to this episode online so more viewers can discover our work. Thank you for watching and have a great week. Until next time, drive, fly, ride. Go electric.